Sponsored by 5 Star Painting. Now, WTVM News Leader 9 Sports Overtime. Sponsored by Kinetic Credit Union. The energy for your dreams. Taylor Funeral Home. A living service for the living. Rivertown GMC. Get more with Group 1 GMC Rivertown. Columbus Pediatric. Promote wellness, one child at a time. Wendy's, home of the $5 Biggie Bag. Now, here's Tony Reese and Drew Pavan.
The clock has reached 0 and we're headed in overtime. I'm Tony Reese, he's Drew Pavan, and boy do we have some top-notch games for you tonight.
Tony, we've reached the end of the regular season. While many teams have still fighting for that chance, night off, some teams got them fighting for that final chance to get a win, make the playoffs, or even take home a region title, and that's our Sports Overtime Game of the Week.
Game of the Week, sponsored by Taylor Funeral Home.
3A Region 2 title on the line between the undefeated Sandy Creek Patriots and Troup County Tigers. Garrison Edwards gets Troup on the board is next with Davis Montes on the slant and score. Sandy Creek's Amari Latimer is the real deal, Tony. Wisconsin commit, and you see why. Big man running the football, and you see why Latimer, again, this time, he's going to take it from 70 yards out, takes this thing all the way to the crib for Sandy Creek's score.
Hey, long time game going on here. We have Garrison Edwards. Not so fast. He hits the quarterback keeper around the edge, and he scampers in for a long score to take the lead. But right before the half, final play, Sandy Creek's Caleb Hill throws the long ball back to that man Latimer. He catches it in double coverage for the score. It was the Patriots game from there on as Sandy Creek caps off a perfect regular season and a regional title. 42-17 is that final.
Hey, round one of the GIAA playoffs. Chelly hosted Loganville Christian. Vikings Camp Reno gets the handoff, Tony.
Come on now.
He does the rest. Check out this sweet back juke. Says, excuse me. That's it, 7-0. That sweet reminds me a little of Lamar.
Yeah, come on now.
Later on, Pacelli's Dustin Sherman tosses screen pass to Jason Davis. And watch out as he tight ropes down the sideline. Nobody's going to touch him. He starts walking in for the score. Later on, the big tailback, Zachary Ellis, is going to get the handoff from inside the 5 and punches it in himself for another Viking score in the end. Pacelli wins 34-7. They will play Brookstone next week in round 2. Get ready for that. Hey, Manchester played host to Greenville. Finish out the regular season. Very first drive, they get to the senior running back, Darius Favors, who just plows himself into the end zone. 6. Greenville will try and answer back, but a crucial deflection by Jaden Hodo would give the Blue Devils the turnover on downs. On 4th down, that's defense, baby. Lock them up. And the second drive for Manchester ends with sophomore Cartavius Gamble.
Man, stop playing with that man.
Not 2, not 4, not 4, not 5. Not 6. God, Tony, he scored. 9 defenders gets into the end zones. He coasts to the win. In the end, Manchester on top, 55-8.
How about the Blue Devils? Meanwhile, a Muskogee County School District battle going down as the Hardaway Hawks played host to the Spencer Greenway. First quarter at Hardaway. Cameron Alexander getting the kickoff, and that man turns on the jets. He does the rest. He weaves his way all the way to the end zone.
Nobody's stopping that kid, Tony.
8-6.
How about the Hawks?
Right, come on now, big time play. But after the return, Spencer went back to work. And this dump-off pass to Amari Couch would go the distance as he just plays his pass to safety for the touchdown. We've seen him do that quite a few times this season. Now still
we're rolling
in the first. Come on now, talk about it. Spencer ball again. Wesley Crawford just barrels his way in to make the game 20-6. Spencer big on the night, 48-20. Still ahead, Russell County taking on Beauregard in the final game of the Alabama regular season. Find out the outcome next.
You're watching Sports Overtime on News Leader 9.
Welcome back to another jam-packed block of Sports OT. We still have so much left, Drew.
Hey, right you are, Tony Reese. We start with some Alabama action down at the county. Russell County Warriors taking on the Beauregard Hornets. Both teams playoff bound. First county drive on 4th down. Bryson Riggins gets sacked by Nicholas Lundy and fumbles recovered by Brody Moran. Later on the Beauregard, couple drives later, attempts to punt, goes under the legs. County's going to take over at the 2, setting up Riggins. Bryson Riggins on the quarterback, power up and over for the score, 7-zip. Next Warrior possession, Tony. Call this little Riggins man.
Hold on now.
Drops back, sees nothing. Look out, this man's on the loose, Tony. We know he can pass.
Boy, different.
And he can run. 58 yards for the Warriors score. Turn-up game tonight for Russell County. They crush the Hornets 36-8.
That's when you come back, man.
County action as the Jordan Red Jackets took on the Shaw Raiders. Final play of the first half. Jordan's done. Intercepts the pass. Helps the Red Jackets gain some momentum. Okay, Jordan, opening drive of the second half. Shaw's Antron Mallory picks off Jordan's Dontrell right. Mallory takes it all the way back. Big time, big six. The Raiders began the second half hot and never looked back. Shaw wins big, 48-14 to end the year.
Shout out to them Raiders. Meanwhile, we have Southwest Georgia STEM taking on Patala Charter. Now, it was all Panthers early as the Aggies kept getting behind the chains with some snap issues, giving Patala Charter a 32-6 lead at the half. However, the Aggies came out slinging it in the second half as they completed this nice little pass here. Not 10, not 20, not 30, but a 45-yard bomb. Man, it was a catch by the receiver. Then next play out for the Aggies. The pile keeps moving as they score yet again. Aggies cut into the Panthers lead 32-14 after a successful two-point attempt. However, Patala Academy got the momentum right back with a 30-yard rushing touchdown by Josiah Allen. Patala Charter hangs on for their third win of the season. But turning now to some gaps play. Lafayette Christian hosting Young Americans tonight. Cougars quarterback Logan Children scrambles out, skins the field, launches a bullet to his guy Bradley Miller for the first score of the game, right? Now this Children guy comes right back, gets it done on another play, scrambles out, then he's gonna dive his way into the end zone for another score. Then we had to skip ahead a little bit. We check out the arm strength from Children.
Let's see it.
Airs it out
on the run.
Caleb Hinton, right? You thought he would have scored to put the Cougars in the red zone.
Better.
But a few plays later, Children would sling into the end zone, connecting with Liam Carroll for the third score of the game. Final tonight, Cougs on top, 37-6.
Hey, we see you out there. Coming up, we bounce over to Callaway Stadium where the LaGrange Grangers played host to Upson Lee last night. That and more after the break. Welcome back into Sports Overtime. We've already showed you so many games.
No doubt about it.
But we're just getting started, Tony.
You said it, Drew. We start this block off over in LaGrange. Let's get into it. Now, the LaGrange Grangers already locked in for the playoffs, facing off against Upson Lee. Right out the back, Grangers get us rolling. Caden Thomas on the inside trap play. And look out, he takes this thing out the way to the house. Big time play there. Love to see it. Now, we should have called in the running Grangers at this point. Dylan Barber, come on now. The quarterback keeps it himself and runs his way in for the score. And up the hill. That man kept on.
You know who they remind me of? They're like the Georgia Tech.
I love them guys like that. LaGrange settles for the field goal later on. 1 from 30 plus, brought to you by Cooper Metcalf. And with that, Grangers finish the regular season strong. They win it 26-14.
Hey, the Beulah Bobcats played host to a Tonga Academy. Generals on offense, and a big mistake as Beulah's Quay Frazier picks off Logan Dunaway and takes this thing all the way back to the house to take the lead 7-6. Tonga's going to respond. Dunaway gives a speed option to Lathan Rabarski.
That's a little flicker there.
And he does the rest. The Generals grab the lead right back 12-7, but not so fast, my friend.
Come on now.
Bobcats. Frazier one more time on the ensuing kickoff. Takes it off the bounce
out of there.
And out of there, the way to the crib. He walks. Beulah caps off a big win to end the year, 29-12.
Shout out to the Bobcats. Meanwhile, Lee Scott taking on Reeltown out in Notasoga tonight. Now both teams form momentum into the postseason. First drive here, Reeltown with no problems at all. Elijah Woods takes the direct snap, fakes the handoff, then cruises by the rest of the defense. Rebels rolling early up 7-0. Next drive here, we're going to find the guy, Jamarcus Smith, going out there in the woods, right? What a grab here. Big time play from that guy that made it 13-0 Reeltown. But hey, Lee Scott, no ensuing drive. This man here, Maxwell Hammer, finds Barry. Over the middle. He's got room to run, that is, and he'll beat the Reeltown defense to cut the deficit 13-17. In the end, Lee Scott comes back, winning it 28-25. Next week, they host Hale County for some playoff action.
Hey, love to see it from the Warriors. Randolph Clay. Red Devils take on Miller County Pirates, two mascots that deserve to play on Halloween.
Miller
County on the first play of the game is choosing trick over treat because they go with an onside kick and recover it. That's up a little toss play from Jamarian Shepard, who takes it in for the score. Pirates lead 7-0. First offensive series for the Red Devils ends in a touchdown after an 8-yard rushing touchdown brought to you by Cameron Jackson. Pirates with the ball back. Drew Johnson looking over the middle. It's intercepted by Randolph Clay. That pick puts the Red Devils in the red zone, and they capitalize, going up 18-7 in the second quarter after 3 failed 2-point conversions. Red Devils on top, 46-35. Hey, we are nearing the end, but we are not done yet.
That's right, Drew. We haven't even gotten to our favorite part of the show. Because your Sports Overtime Player of the Week choices are coming up next.
You're watching Sports Overtime on Sports Leader 9. Go Pats!
We've reached the final block of the show. We've seen some pretty good plays tonight, I gotta say. We know that there's really 3 that stood out tonight, though, Tony.
That's right, Drew. It's about that time for our Week 11 Play of the Week nominees. But before we get into that, we have to talk about some local games that went down last night.
Hey, the Carver Tigers look to cap off their regular season undefeated host in Kendrick. Opening drive, Carver. Kelston Popcorn Tarver punches it in from just a few out, make it 7-0 Tigers. Next Carver possession inside the 5 again. They used all 3 running backs. Come on as well when you got these studs. Senior Kobe Castle and runs it in with ease. 14-0 Carver. How about the third tailback though? This kid's a freshman, 14 years old. Zachary Watts making these seniors look silly in the final game of the regular season. Cuts all the way back. What a run for the kid, 21-0. Under a minute and a half. Carver not done yet. Freshman quarterback Sebastian Hurd tossing the deep ball. Kamari, KJ Miles, UNC come in.
Yes, sir.
You see why. Carver completes a perfect year. They win 42-0.
It's a no surprise. Battle for the number 2 spot in GHSA 2A Regional 1 play. Columbus High played host to Sumter County. Sumter opened up with a 100-yard kick return on the first play. Next drive out, they tack on 6 more. Ishmael Jones, long ball to Dice on the other end, and nobody stops him for the score.
Was that 100 yards? Does that look like?
Hey, the first play they did in the first game off the opening kick was 100 yards. That play was just nice there. Meanwhile, the Panthers quick to score again, this time on defense. Panthers swarm the Blue Devils, eventually forcing a fumble. Something's Aaron Pierce there for the score. Who can score, that is. That made it 20-0. Panthers shoot out the gate yet again. Quayshawn Tatum darts it outside, hits the Jets for that monster run. Nobody can deny that man from the end zone. He tacks on 6 more. They go on and win big on the night. Straight domination. 48-3 was that final. Then we had a big-time AISA showdown as the Chamber Academy Rebels last night traveled to take on the undefeated Abbeville Christian Generals. I always love these type of games. They call them trap games, right? Yeah. The Generals struck first. Quarterback Ahmad Billings handled a low snap, almost goes down, but somehow he escaped. What? He scrambles, sets his feet, lets it fly, Jaden Buchanan made the grab and takes it in for the ACA touchdown. But it didn't take long for Chambers Academy to answer.
Team in AISA
just
for
2
a reason.
plays later. Come on, man, talk about it. Peyton Yerter breaking a couple tackles, turns the corner, trucks his way into the end zone, and then you know what? He'd soon come back, punching in the 2-point conversion. Things will be tied at 8. Rebels back on offense again, and the quarterback this time going to keep it. Turns upfield, number 23 here, dives into the corner of the end zone. Chambers took a 14-8 lead. They bounce back later on. They go jet sweep, and that guy Yerter, I'm telling you, said his name quite a few times. He hits the edge, goes all the way. Final of the night, 50-14 in favor of them Rebels.
Play of the Week, sponsored by Rivertown GMC.
All right, Play of the Week choices. Sophomore Cortavius Gamble, avoiding not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. Tony, don't gamble with Gamble.
I like that. I like that.
The way to the house for the Blue Devils score. They coast to a win.
Hey, man, that's nice, but we like Riggins magic over here. He drops back, sees nothing, and look out, man, on the loose, breaks 1 and stretches across and in for the 58-yard Warrior touchdown.
Hey, what about option 3? Pacelli's Cam Carino gets the handoff, does the rest. Check out this sweet back juke here in a second. I told you it looked like Lamar Jackson in high school because into the end zone. That's smooth. They got a big win on the week.
Hey, man, 3 great plays there. Here's how you can help us vote. Head on over to WTVM.com. Click on the Sports Overtime tab. Catch the vote for best play, and we'll announce that winner right here on Thursday. And just like that, the regular season has ended, and we're on to the playoffs. Shout out to all the teams who are still in play, and for those whose seasons have come to a close, thanks for having us along for the ride.
Hey, that's right, Tony. For the teams that are left, the competition gets tougher from here, but you know what that means. We still have a few more weeks to talk some ball. All you let. Let's do it again next week. Same time, same place. Until next time, Tony Reese, Drew Pavan, Good night.
Now you wouldn't Gorilla Glue a